Hey folks, how's it going? By now you've probably already heard about the latest entry in the Mafia series, Mafia the Old Country. Once again, we're stepping into the shoes of an Italian mobster, but this time, the story unfolds right in the heartland of the Mafia itself. I've completed Mafia the Old Country 100%, and I'd like to share with you some of the key features that really stood out to me. Intrigued? Perfect, let's dive in. The Old Country is the third full-fledged installment in the Mafia franchise. Unlike the previous games, this one takes us straight to the birthplace of the Mafia, the rugged landscapes of Sicily. The game transports us to the early 20th century, immersing us in the atmosphere of southern Italy during the Terror. Our protagonist is Enzo, a young miner barely scraping by under brutal working conditions. After yet another violent dispute at the mines, Enzo flees into the unknown. Fate, however, leads him to Don Torrizzi, who extends a helping hand. Enzo accepts the offer, but soon realizes he's now tied to the Mafia. From there begins his transformation step by step into a true mobster. I won't spoil too much more of the story, but I will say this. While the plot may sound straightforward, it's packed with enough tension, twist, and atmosphere to keep you hooked until the very end. At the beginning of your Mafia journey, be prepared to walk a lot. For the first several hours, you'll hardly get a chance to shoot or fight. All this endless wandering can easily turn off a seasoned gamer, tempting them to look for thrills and something more fast-paced. But stick with it, once you're given more serious assignments, the pace picks up dramatically. You'll get into knife fights, gunfights, sneaking missions, a few camera-based tasks, races, assassinations, and even some business jobs where you solve problems for clients. There are 3 difficulty options. Easy, for players new to action games. Weapons deal more damage, enemies are less accurate, you loot more resources, and vehicles take less collision damage. Medium, a balanced experience for those who want a fair challenge. Standard weapon damage, normal enemy accuracy, and moderate vehicle damage. Hard, for players who want to test their skills. Weapons do less damage, enemies hit hard and more accurately, loot is scarcer, and vehicles take realistic damage. 2 aiming styles are available. Snap, when you aim, the crosshair immediately locks onto the target. Snap and follow, locks onto the target when aiming and continues to track them while you move your crosshair. You can box or fight with knives. Boxing feels familiar to the Mafia series, but knife combat has been given a special spotlight here. There are several knife attacks plus parries and dodges. And knives aren't just for fight, they are also tools. Every knife has unique attributes. There are 3 main types. Scanaturi allows knife-through takedowns. Rezaulu, used for close quarter takedowns. Stiletto, highly durable. Knives can also break locks, perform stealth kills, and in some cases be thrown. Special actions reduce sharpness, so you'll need a whetstone to maintain your blade. Durability varies. Stronger knives need sharpening less often. Knives can be purchased through weapon lockers. And some knives come with perks. Hound increases melee attack damage. Vital heals Enzo after a takedown. Resourceful increases loot from locked boxes. Of course, we're not just street punks, we're gangsters. Every gun has stats: ammo capacity, type, damage, rate of fire, and range. You'll get to use rifles, shotguns, long shotguns, and several pistols, including Bodeo, Bodeo Nero, Vitos, Vendetti, Vendetti Speciale, and Modello CD96. Weapons can be found during missions or unlocked via the weapon locker located in your home. Gunfights are dynamic and fast-paced. If you don't want to go in guns blazing, you can distract enemies by tossing a coin or smashing a bottle to catch them off guard. But as always, you'll often feel like a walking tank, mowing down dozens of enemies, leaving trails of smoke and blood behind. To get from one firefight to the next, you'll need transport. Distances can be too long to cover on foot, but horses and cars are available. Horses accessible via stables. You can buy new horses and customize them with different tech sets: Speciale, Cavaliere, Elegante, Paleo. Each horse has 2 stats: stamina and speed. Stamina drains when galloping. Every horse has a certain number of spurs. It's the only characteristic that differentiates them. Also, you can pet your horse. While riding, you can shoot using auto-aim with unlimited bullets. Horse riding is straightforward, but compared to Red Dead Redemption, the system feels less engaging. What about cars? You have access to a garage and can purchase new models as you progress. Cars are rated by weight, power, top speed, transmission, acceleration, braking and grip. Available models include basic, urban and sports cars. Driving feels serviceable, but nothing that sets it apart from similar games. While riding a horse or driving a car, it's important to look sharp, and the game gives you plenty of ways to do that. This is Italy, the fashion capital. Naturally, the developers gave attention to character appearance. You can purchase outfits, hats, hairstyles, and facial hair options from your wardrobe. Sure, looking fashionable is cool, but don't forget about the boosters that can keep your sharp outfit from getting ruined. Charms act as ability boosters, found in sun-solicited statues or purchased. Two types: medallions, rare, stronger, and beads, weaker but you can equip several of them. Charms attach to Endless Wooden Rosary. Most slots unlock as you upgrade the rosary. Perks can affect stealth, loot, inventory, health, weapons, combat, recovery and more. The game has plenty of things to collect besides charms: weapons, documents, photographs, money, bullets, whetstones, saints' cards, and newspapers. Also, safes had valuable items, found clues or notes to crack combinations. Photographs, saints' cards, and newspapers deepen immersion when examined. For completionists, there are hidden mystery fox statues scattered across the map. After defeating enemies, you can loot their bodies or find lockboxes for rewards. Money, dinari, is the main criminal currency, used to buy horses, outfits, cars, weapons, and knives. Special Drenacria artifacts from Sicily's ancient past can also be found and traded at Pasquale's store. While the gameplay itself may not break new ground, the environments will absolutely make your jaw drop. The designers poured incredible attention into the details. Every house, room is steeped in the spirit of early 20th century Italy. Towns feel alive and full of atmosphere, while the nature landscapes are breathtaking in their beauty. The world is enriched with southern Italian music that sets the mood and pulls you deep into the story. Cutscenes are often stunning, though at times you might feel the game could have done without a few of them. Still, the setting and design are what truly make this game worth playing. They are what keep you hooked until the very end. That's all I have to say about Mafia: The Old Country. The developers have delivered a solid game. In my opinion, it's not exactly Game of the Year material, and probably won't become a cult classic, but it's definitely worth a try for anyone who values story, adventure and atmosphere. That's it from me for now. Time to move on to the next game. See you soon! Bye!